welcome to your Monday morning espresso shot. Today, we're going to set the intention that everyone stays well, healthy, and manages with courage to get through this global pandemic. And our intention is going to be from our hearts. So let us set that as an intention and allow us to just send that out to the universe. All right? So let us begin uh, by placing our awareness in the area of the heart. Put your hand on your heart if that makes it easier for you to place that awareness there. And take slow, deep, gentle breaths. And experience these breaths flowing in and out of your heart, breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. Allow this fresh oxygen to just come into your system, go to every part of your body. And then when you exhale, exhale from the heart, that anything that does not serve you goes out into the universe, turns into butterflies, and gets transformed. Do this for a few minutes. Without straining yourself, can you breathe a little deeper and for a little longer? Just make these breaths fluid so you don't hold your breath at the top or at the bottom of your breath. Just allow it to be fluid. And can you make it a little more deeper? It's okay if there are thoughts that come through your mind. Allow them to pass through. Do not engage these thoughts. Keep your awareness in the area of the heart and just take those big, expansive breaths in and out of your heart. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me again this morning. Let us now begin to explore the I didn't know that moment. Today's topic, I thought we'd have some fun with it. uh, it's about overcoming fear of not having enough. I don't know if this toilet paper fiasco is only North America or at least Canada and the USA, or is it all over the world? I'm not sure. But just to give you a sense that people are hoarding toilet paper and it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense because none of the um, most of the symptoms of COVID-19 have nothing to do with diarrhea. I mean, there may be some, but it's not to a point where you're going to need to stock up on toilet paper. What you need to do is stock up on nutritious foods, actually. So, so why are people exploring? Why are they moving into this fear? I call this a herd mentality or a sheep mentality, and I don't mean to disparage or be disrespectful to people who are doing this. They're doing it out of genuine concern of their families, and that's important. Everybody's intention is to serve and protect their families and friends. And there's a run on hand sanitizers as well, because people are hoarding. They're thinking they need to protect their families. Well, one thing that drives us into this particular mode is the perception that it's that fear of missing out perception. It's where we see everybody else hoarding something, and we don't think about whether that's appropriate for us or not. We just decide to follow along. So what we're doing is we're following the trend of the masses. And as light workers on this particular program, and I know most of you go to are working on yourselves, and you are light workers. As light workers, we are not followers, we are leaders. And I want to share with you something that happened to me as a light worker, as a leader, when I was at a grocery store. I walked into the grocery store, and there were signs all over in terms of people being very quiet, people having anxiety on their faces in this grocery store. And there were many moments where I felt like I needed to hoard. And that was something that happened to me. But I was quickly, as soon as that emotion came up, I quickly checked in with my emotion and said, do I really need this particular thing? Do I really need to stock up on this? And then what came to my heart was, when I got into my heart, I said, is there somebody else who really needs this more than I do? Because I've got enough at home and I can always come back next week. And that helped me navigate through the grocery stores. That helped me move through and not hoard. That also helped me check into my fear and allow for gratitude to step in. We are in this all together, and this we are going to look after each other. We are all going to be looked after. We have to have trust in the universe to present to us solutions when we get into our hearts. The universe is not going to let go of our hands. God has brought us this far. Spirit has brought us this far. And so letting go of our hands now would not be uh, the design of that universe, because this is where they would reach out their hands more, our guides, our spirits. This is where it is. So if we all keep that in mind, if we all stay in our hearts, we can think more clearly. We can allow others to purchase items or to do things that they really need more of. We do the same thing when we need to go out. Do I need to go out today? Can I make a list so that I only go out once a week? Is that something that we can do for those of us who are not locked down? Not yet, anyways. In Italians and my friends in Italy, they have had to stay in their homes for another week or so. And I know there's going to be a lot of dancing in the streets when they're out there. And I want to be on the streets dancing with all of my friends, wherever you are, Italy or UK or even North America. When this is over, I want to be there dancing with all of you, because this will be over. And so I ask you to practice these techniques every day, because everything we do on this program for this 15 minutes the techniques we do here is the antidote for overcoming fear of not having enough. Because when you experience not having enough, the universe presents you with opportunities for not having enough. And when you experience abundance in your heart, that you have so much love, so much appreciation for everyone around you, and you serve others from your heart, uh, with a managed concern. We don't call it fear, we call it managed concern, which is a more appropriate way of conducting ourselves in this particular instance. So keep our social distance, stay in our hearts, and overcome the fear that's driving us to follow the masses. We are not following the masses, we are actually there as examples to lead them. So lead them from the heart. So thank you so much for joining me this morning. And let us now get into our hearts. And I encourage you to teach people how to do this. So place awareness in the area of the heart. Take slow, deep, gentle breaths. As you visualize these flowing in and out of your heart, breathing a little slower, a little deeper than you normally would. Now I want you to experience love, gratitude, appreciation for everything we have today. Experience this in your heart. As you draw these breaths into your heart, put that bubble around you of love, of gratitude. There's nothing outside of that bubble. It's this moment that we are celebrating, to be with friends and family, with loved ones, with my family online. This is the moment. We are here in this very moment, and we're connected from our hearts. And just because we end this program today doesn't mean that we're not connected still. All of you, my family, are in my heart. And in your heart is a beautiful place to reside for our family as well. Keep us all in each other's hearts. Keep the entire world in our hearts. Our hearts are big enough. They truly are. Our hearts are big enough to hold the love for humanity. Let us practice that. And let us see if we can elevate our intensity of that love and appreciation and gratitude for humanity, for all of us. Slow, deep, gentle breaths, experiencing them flowing in and out of your hearts, and holding space for humanity in our hearts. Love, gratitude, appreciation. We will get through this together. Now ask your body, ask your heart to allow you to experience a deeper love, a more intense love. Just give your body permission to explore this. That's all your body has been waiting for, is to allow love to penetrate your heart. And you must give permission, because we live in a free will society. Give your body permission. Ask for a more intense experience of love, gratitude, compassion. Wonderful. Thank you so much for participating this morning. There have been some comments coming through. I'm going to read through those. And if you have any more questions or comments or anything that we can support each other on, type that in, and I'll be happy to respond. As you're doing that, just want to let you know that we posted the replay on building a quantum bridge to your future self. We're using a little bit of quantum physics in everyday language so you can understand it, and then do a little bit of meditation to actually cross that quantum bridge to your new reality. The Sedona retreat has been canceled as expected, and so the Banff one is still on, and if we are able to bring everybody in person, we will do that for Banff retreat. All right. Let's go to the chat area. So I see that Sue from England, I guess the toilet paper run is also in England. I guess it's a mass phenomenon everywhere, thanks to social media. Anne says even on Molokai in Hawaii. Lou and Will, a little bit of humor. Let's flush the fear. I like that. I might even use it. Sue is agreeing with that. Janet, it's a very insightful thing that you said. We hoard because it gives us a sense of control. That is very insightful, and thank you for sharing that, because this is exactly what's going on. We feel that we need to control something. The only thing we can control is buying things and hoarding, and this gives us another lesson to explore. Maybe in one of the future espresso shot sessions, I will tackle this. But it's about surrender. It's about surrendering to the universe, things that you cannot control. You cannot control. That's just it. You just go with the flow and you surrender to the universe. And it goes back to the Ignite webinar that we did about building a quantum bridge to your desired future. Is when you surrender and let go, that's when the possibilities open up. And there are masses out there that do not know how to. They've been so accustomed and conditioned to control their outcome that now they are forced to surrender at some point. And when you surrender, it's a very spiritual experience, and the masses are actually going to realize, those that will realize that they can no longer control the situation anymore. They just have to breathe a sigh of relief and just surrender to the universe. And that's what it's bringing us to, is teaching us. This particular pandemic is teaching us all to surrender to the universe and just let go. And if we can allow ourselves to do that, the world would be a better place. I think this is going to transform us for a long time, forever, I think. And your comments. Thank you, Shamir. We are such magnificent beings of love and light who have everything within. It makes us all givers of hope, joy, and abundance, light and love, health and peace. I bring peace to those around me because I am light. I bring calm to those around me because I am love. I bring healing to those around me because I am joy. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Alessandra, thank you. Have a nice day. Buongiorno. Sue, thank you, Shamir. Lovely as usual. Thank you, Sue. I told my neighbor about heart-centered breathing some while ago. She told me yesterday that she had been doing this and it really helps her. Thank you for your love. Well, thank you, Sue, for sharing this. And I encourage everyone to share this. Alessandra saying, it's good for me. Is the third week. I am alone at home and I need to share heart with people. It was beautiful, wonderful. Alessandra, our hearts go to you. You are not alone. You are physically alone, but you are not alone. You are with us in our hearts. And we love you. We love you all. Lou and Will, we are evolving en masse. Let us reset our DNA as Cryon taught us in Regina. Yes, I remember that. Alexander says the universe loves me. Yes, it does. We all love you. Sue, the situation is showing humanity where we need to heal. Greed and selfishness in particular. Yes, Sue, that is based on fear. The fear of not having control, the fear of lack is exactly where we are at. And it is where we transform. It's an opportunity to transform. And there are moments, and I thank the universe for giving me these moments of fear as I'm walking through, in a grocery area that's sparsely populated, very quiet, but I sense their fear, and then it allows me to transform my own fears. And through that, I'm hoping that others will calm down. Lou and Will has said, I've noticed there are no wars during this as we understand our fragility. Yes, nobody's you know, antagonizing each other. We don't hear much about the Middle East bombings and things like that. Everybody is just focusing inwards. We should all be focusing inwards. Thank you. That's a good observation. Sue is thanking Alessandra. Thank you. Lots of hugs. Thank you. Sandy is saying, Sandy, hello. Some believe the virus is the medicine. I do. I'm grateful for light workers and loving hearts. You know, it is, because we in some ways, it is creating an immunity, the herd immunity that we all need, because this is a new virus. So it's building a herd immunity, and therefore it is sort of a medicine. It's a bitter medicine. It's allowing us to go inward. I just hope, hoped that it wouldn't be as difficult for a lot of people who are suffering, experiencing hardships, who have lost loved ones because of this medicine. But, we need to be in our hearts, and that's the message everywhere. We raise our vibration and we trigger a chain reaction. And feel free to share with everyone. Feel free to share all of this with everyone, and so that we can all practice. Alessandra, Alessandra's her gratitude is this is time free from work, and it's great because a lot of us, my daughter is thinking about doing something different. She goes to university, but she's always wanted to start her own podcast, her own blog. She's 22 years old. And now this is giving her an opportunity, as she's social distancing in terms of physically distancing. She's actually creating more opportunity for connecting more socially through distance. This is wonderful. Lou and Will, the new children are fine. Yes. I just love the optimism that's coming through with this wonderful, wonderful heart-centered family of ours. And I'm so truly honored and grateful to be able to connect with all of us here. And let us keep doing that. Let us stay in our hearts. You are all in my heart, always. And I hope that I have a place in your heart as well. And keep each other in our hearts as we navigate through this together. We will overcome. This will blow over very quickly in humankind time, and we will all be here. Okay? Thank you so much. And I look forward to chatting with you very soon. As always, any questions, send me an email. Happy to help out. All right? Take care, and God bless all of you. Sending you lots of love and prayers.